Morning guys, how are you today? So it's quite early for a Saturday morning, but some of you are probably up. So I'm just getting ready to go out. Actually, I've got clients today, normally already with clients at this time on a Saturday, so it won't normally be this early on a Saturday. But I'm just prepping up some food. So I had quite a late night last night. Can't even talk this morning. Tired. Quite a late night last night. So I had some friends over for dinner, which was lovely. It was a bit of a carb fest. We had a bit of a pizza party because we've had this pizza oven for a year and a half that we haven't used. So we actually got to use our pizza oven last night. So homemade pizzas, living with an Italian, that quite often is the case. We ended up with homemade pastas and homemade pizzas. But it was a nice treat last night. And a few too many Prosecco's. So feeling a little bit tired this morning. But I'm going to be prepping up a healthy breakfast option. I'm going to be doing a frittata, which actually for me is a really versatile dish because you can actually have it for lunch, dinner, even cut up little squares for snacks as well. So it's a really versatile dish. But I'm going to make it up, probably actually I'm going to have it later today. I'm going to have a smoothie first thing this morning, which I'm also going to prep. I'm going to prep my pear chai spiced smoothie. And hopefully I'm able to talk through this. I'm struggling this morning with my words. I haven't had a coffee yet either. So I'm going to start with the frittata because that's going to have to go in the oven for a bit, and then I'm going to quickly whiz through my smoothie. I think my digestion needs a bit of a rest this morning, so smoothie's a good one to start with. But I'm going to get prepping with the frittata. Hopefully I've got everything I need. It was literally, again, one of those days. I'm not very organised this week after getting back from holiday, just grabbing whatever I had in the fridge. So I've got some tomatoes, I've got some mozzarella left over from last night, oregano, smoked chilies, but you know, it's one of those dishes again where you can put anything in, so anything you have available in the fridge, asparagus, broccoli, I mean literally anything, salmon, chicken, you know, for some extra protein. But it's a great way, frittata, although I'm going to be having this a bit later today, we might have it for lunch, but it is a great dish to start the day with because you've got your good fats and protein there, which will keep you feeling full and energised through till lunch, rather than starting with a carby breakfast that makes us kind of, our blood sugars start to dip around mid-morning, and that's when we start to crave and get really hungry and crave other bad foods. So it's an ideal breakfast, starting the day with protein and good fats. So I've got some cheese in there, obviously eggs, organic free-range eggs, always best to use. And going for the full egg, I never do egg white omelettes. I mean, I don't particularly like them, if I'm honest, and unless you're like a bodybuilder and you're trying to get in, you know, that's where the protein is basically in the egg whites, but the yolk isn't bad, it's full of nutrients. I've got people jumping on. Morning Frederica, how are you? Nice to see you on. Yeah, so don't worry about eating the full egg, it really isn't a problem. That's, the nutrients are in the yolk. You're going to get more protein from the egg whites, so you could always add in some extra if you are tracking your macros and you want a bit more protein in your breakfast. You could, you know, pop in some more egg white, but put some full egg in as well, I would. Right, so I've got some spinach that I've just washed as well. I'm going to get started because, like I said, I've got to go. I've got clients this morning, so I don't want to be late for them. So just going to get prepping on the frittata. I don't have much in, so it's going to be very simple, but simple sometimes better. So I'm just going to go with some tomatoes. I'm just slicing them like that. And I've run out of coconut oil, so I'm going to pop some butter in the pan. And butter is absolutely fine to use. It's a fat. So obviously, if you're not like just slathering loads on toast and stuff like that, and you know, eating loads of butter, it's fine. It's fine to add a little bit to the pan for cooking. It's not an issue. So it depends what the rest of your diet is like. But if you've got a pretty healthy diet, there's no problem using butter as an alternative. I will usually use my coconut oil. Oh, someone used all the butter last night. We had a party and someone used all the butter. Okay, hopefully I have some in the fridge. Let's get a check. Yeah. Butter's better to use than these low-fat margarines, because these low-fat margarines are actually, you know, man-made. They've got some really nasty bits and pieces in them. So butter is much better. If you can find organic, that's even better. So I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of butter in there. Okay, I'm going to get in a bit of a mess today doing two dishes. So if you're just coming on, I'm doing a frittata, which is a really easy, quick dish to make. And I'm making a smoothie. because that's all I want really this morning, but the frittata I'm going to eat later. So I'm getting very confused with what I'm doing. So I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to whisk some eggs. So I'm going to make quite a big frittata so it can last for a few meals, and that's the great thing about these frittatas. It's one of my favourite things because you can make up a huge one or two and keep them in the fridge, and like I said, you can have it for a snack, cut up small squares for a snack, tub it up and eat it with a salad at lunch or even at dinner time. You know, if you're not really organised with your dinner or you can't really be bothered, it's a very quick, easy meal to make. So really versatile, but a fantastic breakfast as well. And anything goes really. I quite often at the moment use asparagus, I use peas. Today all I've got is tomatoes and spinach with a bit of mozzarella. So that's what I'm going for today with some herbs. Okay, there's a few of you on. I thought it was going to be a bit early for a Saturday. I'm a bit later on than I said I was going to be. I was washing my hair, sorry. Okay. Right, so that was 6 eggs I've just popped in there. I may even pop some more in. Let's see. I'm not going to be eating all of this in one go, don't worry. This is, like I said, to be saved for other meals over the weekend. I've got quite a busy weekend, so it's good to be prepped. I'm going to put some black pepper in there. I'm not adding salt. I don't tend to add salt to my food, and if I do, I have Himalayan pink salt that I like using. You can see that. But I'm not going to add any salt in here. I can always add it in after if it's really that bad. But I've got salt in the butter, salt in the cheese. So no need to add any more. But if your taste buds are also used to a lot of salt, then it's going to take you a while to adjust to lower salt. Okay, eggs ready, tomatoes ready. I'm going to put the tomatoes in the pan once the butter's melted. If you're on, say hi. Hi Susan, how are you feeling this morning? Susan was here with us last night celebrating. She's on this morning, so we're all up bright and breezy. Okay, I'm just going to melt the butter. Like I said, you know, I normally use coconut oil, but I've run out. And it's not a problem using butter at all. Just a knob of butter in there to make sure it doesn't stick. And then I'm going to pop in the tomatoes just to cook them off a little bit. Okay. So popping those in, I'm going to turn the heat right down. I've got the oven and the grill on as well, so I can finish this off. I'm going to put another tomato in there. Obviously you can add garlic, anything you like really. I'm going to avoid the garlic for today. I have got some smoked chilies and some oregano that I'm going to pop in there. Okay. Right, so that's another tomato that I'm popping in. So we're making a big frittata this morning. My Italian boyfriend laughs at the way I say frittata, but it's not correct. Right, so I'm just going to leave those to just cook a little bit, and I'm going to add in the, got some dried oregano that I'm going to pop in. I'm going to put that in with some of the tomatoes. So just sprinkle some of that over. It's quite a strong flavour, so I don't want too much of that in there. But this is one of my favourite things. Frittatas and smoothies are literally my go-to breakfasts, really. But like I said earlier, you don't have to just eat frittatas for breakfast, obviously. They're really versatile. You can use them lunch, dinner, even snacks. Okay, a little bit more, been a little bit stingy. Okay, so that's cooking. Get rid of that, don't want to use that. So I've got a little bit of mozzarella left over last night from our pizza party. I'm going to be popping that in. You can use feta, anything really. I quite like feta, but I didn't get it out of the freezer in time. I didn't have any fresh, so. Okay. Spinach as well that I've washed. I'm just grabbing from the sink. I'm going to pop the spinach over as well, so that can wilt a little bit. Really doesn't matter what order you put things in, what you put in. You can mix stuff in with the egg. Oh, that's the oven going. You can mix stuff in with the egg mix and then pour it into the pan, however you like. Sometimes I even do this in a baking dish and just do a really thick one in a baking dish. Today we're using the pan. Okay, so just popping some of that over. And then we're almost ready to go in with the egg. So I put 2 tomatoes in there so far because I'm making quite a big one, and then let's show you what we got in the pan. You see? Okay. More spinach. Turn that a bit. What I might do is, while I'm just waiting for that to wilt down a little bit, is start my smoothie. So I don't know if I've made my chai spice smoothie live before, but it's really tasty if you like Indian spices. It's really, really, really lovely. And again, I don't have much in today, a bit unorganised. Funny that. So I've got a pear. I'm going to use a pear. I'm going to use some spinach on a different board. Some pear and some spinach. I've got all the spices that I need, which are ground ginger, ground cinnamon, cardamom pods. I'm going to use seeds from 2 cardamom pods, so I'm just going to pop them open and use the seeds. 1 or 2 cloves, don't need too many of those, quite strong flavour. Same with the cardamom really. And some people don't like cardamom, so obviously just drop out any of the ingredients you want. And black pepper, that will be going in our chai spice as well. I'm using almond milk today. My usual smoothie base, I'm using whey again. Sometimes I use plant-based, but this is my usual smoothie base that I use. I've got some spirulina. I really don't like spirulina. If you've ever tasted it, it tastes disgusting, so I'm going to turn that down. That's slightly took away. But a little teaspoon in this mix, you can't taste it because of all the other lovely flavours. So, we get going on that. We want spinach. Lots of spinach. Okay. Now I think I can pop the egg in on that. We're kind of good to go with the tomatoes. They've cooked off a little bit. So I did 6 eggs. I might even add some more in there. And as I said earlier, if you're just jumping on, I'm not going to eat it all now. It's to cut up and put in the fridge. So we've got meals to grab later or tomorrow. If you've got a busy week ahead of you, then this is, you know, prepping up a couple of frittatas. Perfect. And I'm using the whole egg. I don't really go for egg white omelets and egg white frittatas. But if you're trying to up your protein intake, then there's more protein in the white. So that's when you might want to add in more whites. But you've got the goodness in the nutrients are in the yolk. So go for the full egg. Okay, and sprinkle on. Probably should have put this in with a mix. But I've got some mozzarella that I'm going to sprinkle on. It's looking like enough egg actually. Just stick with the 6 eggs. But if you want to make a really big, thick frittata, then obviously you need quite a lot of eggs for that. 8 to 10, I would say, depending on the size of the dish that you're using. You can use a aligned baking dish and stick it in the oven to bake it. I'm obviously using a frying pan, but I will finish this off under the grill in the oven. So sprinkling on a bit of mozzarella. Oh, and I forgot the smoked chilies. I've got smoked chilies. I'm going to pop some smoked chilies in as well. But anything goes. So whatever ingredients you have that you need to use up or that you like, just sprinkle in some of that. It's not going to mix in very well, but still we're going to have a bit of a kick from the chili. Okay, so that's going to cook the base off a little bit before I put it under the grill and carry on. Just going to wash my hands. Carry on with the smoothie. Going to get very confusing. No, it's all good. This is how food prep happens. You need to do a few things at once. So I've got a pear that's going in. So 1 little pear, nice and ripe. So I'm going to pop that in my NutriBullet. Say hi if you're on, just so I know. I can see some of you joining me. I've got my glasses on. I slept in my contacts last night, so my eyes are a bit dodgy. Hi Scott, if you're there still, it says you're on. Susan definitely prefer the not drinking version of the morning after. Yeah, me too. So Susan and I haven't been drinking for a while, and I said earlier on in my live that last night we did have a little bit of a gathering here. Some of our friends are leaving London, and Susan hadn't drunk since the 21st of May, and it was her first drink last night, and I know I'm feeling a little bit tired today as well. More tired than hungover, but it just makes you feel a little bit groggy, doesn't it, the next day? Anyway, I woke up on my bed this morning, early hours this morning, in my clothes, with my contacts in. So, yeah. It was obviously a good night. Right, okay. That's one whole pair. And that, I think, almost ready. So I've got it on a really low heat, the frittata. All the ingredients are in. 6 eggs, smoked chilli, oregano. I used 2 tomatoes, handful of spinach, and then the mozzarella sprinkled on top. Some black pepper. I didn't add salt because I've cooked it in a little bit of butter and we've got some mozzarella in there. And I don't tend to add a lot of salt to my food, but you obviously can add in a little bit of salt for seasoning. Okay, chai spice. What are we up to next? We're going to pop in the liquid. So, unsweetened almond milk without, oops, spilling it everywhere. That's a mess this morning. Okay, about 400ml going in. I'm going to add in the spices. So I'm going to put in 1 clove because they're really strong. Sometimes I put in 2, but this morning I'm going to go for 1. I don't think I can handle any really strong flavours this morning. So because we had quite a heavy dinner last night, I'm going to be starting my day with a smoothie today, to be honest, because I want to give my digestion a bit of a rest. So going in with a smoothie. Good way to start the day. I'm just going to pop those pods open. I hope you can see me okay. So I'm just opening up the pod, and then there's little seeds inside. You can just about see. And I'm going to pop those in. So just the seeds, not the pod. And I'm going to pop 2 of those in. But obviously cardamon's a really strong flavour as well. So if you don't like it, I can't even open that. Knife. Okay. Gonna stick that under the grill. So frittata's been on the hob for a few minutes, and now I'm popping it in under the grill. And yeah, I've got like a grill oven combo going on, so it will cook quite quickly. But obviously, I just want it nice and puffed up and golden on top. That's what we're going for. I am not the best person to do recipes because I never know timings. I tend to just judge things, just look at them. So I will keep checking it, and once it's all puffed up and golden brown, probably be a few minutes, won't take too long. But I kind of just look at stuff. So now I've started writing recipes out, it's actually quite hard because how long do I cook that for? I'm going to actually take note. Okay, I'm popping out the seeds everywhere. So in goes the second pod. Okay, so 1 small pear in there already, 1 clove. I'm going to take the ingredients away as I add them. 2 cardamom pods, seeds from 2 cardamom pods, and then a little half a teaspoon of ginger. I'm going for dried ginger this morning. Can't get it out. Okay, come on. Oops. Too much, don't want that much. Okay, half a teaspoon dried ginger, and then half a teaspoon of cinnamon. So this is chai spice we're going for if you're just joining me now. I've got frittata in the oven cooking, just made, and I'm just finishing off a smoothie. A little bit of black pepper. You need black pepper in your chai spices. I'm going to go for 1, 2, 3. Grind it there. Okay. And because this is quite a strong flavour, this smoothie, I'm going to add in some spirulina. It's full of good nutrients for us, so just giving it a little added extra kick. But you won't be able to taste this. It really isn't nice when you can taste it. I remember the first time I ever had it. Oh, it just smells like Smells like a farm. But the first time I ever had spirulina, I used to try and drink it straight, just in water, and oh my god, I thought that's what you were supposed to do. I think back then you were, you didn't know any better. But anyway, so I've got some spinach going in. So that's all the spices and the almond milk. And now I'm going in, oh, and the pear. I've got one small pear in there. And I'm putting in lots of spinach because we don't have any other vegetables going on this morning, so I want lots of spinach in there. Okay, so that's that. And what I might do is blitz that up now before I add in my protein. Well, you want some good fats in there as well, which I haven't added in yet. Okay, just going to pop that on and whiz that up on the NutriBit. Very green smoothie so far. But once I add in the protein, that will probably, it's the spirulina because it's so dark. Okay. Don't think I have any ice to go in this morning, so for my good fat, I'm going to pop in some flaxseed. Just check on the starter. How's it doing? Is the oven even on? Yeah, it is. Just steamed my glasses up. It's definitely on. Okay. Nearly there. It's looking good, guys. Okay. Made a real mess and I need to dash in a bit. Right, okay. Tablespoon of flaxseed and then 2 scoops of the protein that I'm using. It depends which protein you're using. I've basically got about 30 grams from the protein powder going in with protein. Obviously you've got protein from things like the spinach as well going in. Okay. Just pop that on again. Right. Flaxseed. Not a massive tablespoon, just kind of a... There we go, can you see that? There we go. A level. That goes in. So you always want your good fats in there. Protein and good fats, that's how we want to start our day. That's going to keep us full. That combination is going to keep us full and feeling energized, unlike starting the day with something like porridge. Not the worst thing to start the day with, but you know, basically your blood sugars are going to drop by mid-morning and you're going to start feeling really hungry, possibly craving bad stuff. That's when you might reach for the biscuits, whereas this won't make you feel like that. Okay, so protein's in, flaxseed, good fats are in. I'm just going to whiz that up again. Milk to use for this chai spiced one is coconut. It goes really well with the chai spices, but I didn't have any coconut this morning, so we've gone for almond, so it's probably even a little slightly different flavour. I'm going to check it's warm, so it's not... Perfect. Lots of spinach, lots of spice. Hello, Simon Burr. Good morning. You can see people jumping on and off. So, I've just whizzed up a green smoothie, which I'm going to start my day with, but also was multitasking this morning on a little bit of a hangover, so done very well, steamed up my glasses again, and we've made a frittata as well for later today. So that's it, guys. Like I said, you know, anything goes really with... I'll put my glasses back on so I can see. Good morning. So anything goes really with your frittatas. Whatever you have in the fridge, you can pretty much stick in. This morning I've gone for tomatoes, mozzarella, spinach, 6 eggs, some oregano, a little bit of butter in the pan. I didn't have any coconut oil, but it's fine to use butter. and what have I missed? Oregano and smoked chilies. So that's all gone into the pan. I cooked it on top of the hob for a little bit and then popped it in under the grill. And we've got this lovely golden frittata. It's quite big. I've used the whole egg. I always use the whole egg, but if you're trying to up your protein intake, you might want to add in a bit more egg white than the whole egg. But I just tend to use the whole egg. Just use the whole egg. But I'm not going to eat that whole frittata. I'm going to cut that up and portion it up for different meals. So breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or cut it up for snacks. It's the perfect meal. Really versatile. My pear chai spiced, struggling to say that this morning, pear chai spiced smoothie I whizzed up as well, which is what I'm going to have today because, like I said, I had a pretty heavy meal last night, so I'm going to give my digestion a bit of a rest and munch on the frittata at lunchtime with a bit of salad. But that's it for this morning, guys. I've got to dash because I've got some clients that I'm going to be late for if I'm not careful. But have a really great day. I will, so you don't have to watch this really long video if you don't want to, because this obviously will be posted to the page. Why are you laughing at me? Don't laugh at me. Susan, you come on around for frittata, you're not laughing at me. I would laugh at me as well this morning. A little bit tired. Yes, and my boyfriend's just joined. He's obviously upstairs in bed now watching me on his phone. Good morning. Yeah, so I've got a dash, but that's it. I'm gonna pop these recipes up on Facebook as well afterwards, so you don't have to watch the whole video if you don't want to. So I'll make sure that I add these later today. You'll have the smoothie recipe and the frittata recipe all going up, but also this video will be posted after too, so you can laugh even more. Okay, have a great day, guys. Really nice to see a few of you on. Obviously this early time on a Saturday is a good time. I thought it was not going to be a good time to come on live, but it obviously is. And I will see you tomorrow. I think I will going out again tonight. Same people that are leaving, they're obviously making sure they have as many leaving dues as possible. So we're off out again tonight. But I'm gonna come on for a workout tomorrow. I will let you know what time. So I will see you all again tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a really lovely day. Take care. Bye bye.